Hi, my name is Fiona Bryan, and you're watching Fiona TV and Ask a Career Expert, the place to be for career advice and to help you create a career you love. Getting fired can be very traumatic. I actually have firsthand experience with this as it happened to me when I was 28 years old. It also recently happened to two of my clients. And in supporting my most recent client, I realized it was a piece of career advice I hadn't yet touched on. So I created a LinkedIn article, which I will put in the show notes, called The Walk of Shame: How to Handle Getting Fired from Your Job. This video is more about some immediate supporting advice on what not to do when you get fired. Being let go from a job can generate a number of negative emotions, including shock, anger, sadness, worry, and obviously fear about the future. Actions that you might take during the immediate stress of being fired can be rash, and they can have significant negative consequences if you aren't very careful about what you say and do. That's especially true if you feel that getting fired wasn't your fault. Even if you were let go because you weren't the perfect employee, it still hurts and it can affect your future. So the following career tips can help you to make the best of a very bad situation by avoiding some of the very common mistakes when you hear the words, "You're fired." Tip number one. In my article, I talk about always being prepared and always being professional. Your workspace is actually your employer's. You need to treat it as such and should severely limit the personal information that is stored or housed on your computer or in your workspace. Don't storm off the premises without ensuring that you have saved, then deleted any personal documents on your work computer. Some employers will actually escort terminated staff from the work site at the point of firing, and you need to make sure you don't leave any important information behind. On the flip side, you may be tempted to take confidential or proprietary information or files. Don't. In any kind of lawsuit, removing those files can make it much worse. Tip number two. Don't begin to discuss severance issues prior to taking some time to process your firing. Time really does heal most things, and you'll be calmer if you can wait before heading back into negotiations. So ask if you can meet in a day or two to step back into the conversation with your ex-employer. As I point out in my article, they probably will have an exit offer prepared. It is usually a letter or a contract, and it will have a date. They will ask for a signature. Instead, take some time to stabilize your emotions. Talk to an employment lawyer maybe. Then get back to your ex-employer and start to deal with it. Tip number three, don't ignore dealing with your references. Ask for a clear and strong recommendation as part of your separation agreement, or at least begin to clarify how your ex-employer will field inquiries about your tenure and work with them. This is really critical. You have to know who and what they will say in the future. Start to get this organized, painful as it might be. If you have supportive colleagues or a senior stakeholder or an ex-boss, ask if they might furnish a positive resume recommendation while you're still in close contact. My last tip for today, number 4, don't broadcast your firing to networking contacts and friends immediately. Before you tell the world you've been fired from your job, take the time to think through your message and how you would like to be perceived. Ideally, frame your story around a simple yet believable theme, like maybe the job wasn't really the right fit, without being overly critical of your employer. Save your venting of your emotions for a limited group of very trusted friends or family members. So those are my 4 career success tips on what not to do when you get fired. As always, please subscribe and share with your friends and your team. You can also find me elsewhere on social media. My links are posted in the show notes. I look forward to your comments, either below or privately. What's working for you? What's not? Have you gotten over a tough working situation, or are you in the middle of one? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to watch my other career success tips on Fiona TV for career tips and techniques to create a career you love and for the money you love. Thank you. I'm Fiona Bryan, Ask a Career Expert.